Hey there, this is Stacia. So I decided to give myself a bit of a challenge, as the metaphor I chose to try and work through was a fractal for my environments as places of learning. If any of you are heavy math people, I'm sorry, because this is going to be a very high level of what fractal means, but it's basically in iterative design. We're talking about a mathematical equation that kind of repeats upon itself but changes and grows at chaotic points. If you Google fractal, you can see some very beautiful pictures of them that often resemble natural things. I have some this is red dead nettle, which you can see some kind of patterning and growth in the pattern going on. Another is ferns. Part of the identity of fractals is kind of no matter how small you zoom in or how big you zoom out, they have resemblances to each other in the structure. And so plants often have that. There's the big point and they can zoom in, and then there's a similar pattern in the way it's grown. Anyway, so that's just a basic thing on fractals, and of course me using plants makes me think a little bit about aesthetics and how children and generally people like to have relationship with nature, and fractals are very visually appealing. I find I like that kind of slightly more complicated pattern. But part of why I picked fractals for looking at a classroom or learning environment is that I feel like everything that a child touches is connected, or maybe a microcosm of other things they're experiencing in their life. Like I saw a child during my observation sit up on a foam step and view the class at large, this toddler, and I think about how grown-ups climb up mountains and view everything at large from a new viewpoint. And then when he threw himself onto the mat down the 2 foam steps, made me think about people who like to bungee jump and see how that feels for your body. And maybe who showed him or told him that that was a fun thing to try. So a lot of points of connection and thinking microcosm and macrocosm of things is why I chose that, and how that can be in our environments. Actually, down here at my feet, I have a rhubarb plant, which I was so happy made it through the summer, but it's there because my grandpa, who just passed away, used to grow them. So it's important to me, and it's a part of my environment now, and there's a reason I chose it. It's a bit of a microcosm of his place. So sorry I ran over. Thank you all.